Hey guys, and welcome to this episode of the Bad Idea Bros. So we are back into working on Pablo's Keyway today. As you would have saw in the last episode, we made a lot of progress. It's down to its bones, and we are now ready to start doing the build back up. So all the paint on the tank and the plastics and the side covers and everything has come up really well. The clear coat has hardened, and we're going to basically give that a wet sand and get that sorted, reassemble the bike, and then pretty much it's good to go.
Full send time.
Yeah, full send, definitely. So it'll be great to have this thing back on the road. And by the end of this one, you might even see the two Keyways going on a little bit of a run. So
Yes.
I think that's enough talking. It's time to get onto the tools.
Stage of our work here is the part that I have been looking forward the most for, and is getting rid of this horrific, disgusting exhaust, which is just basically a rusty old pipe.
So essentially, guys, what we've got is the original Keyway header. That comes down, and then this is just a swept muffler. Now, when we built this originally, Chris wanted to do a DIY, and it was fit for purpose. The hole that you can see to the left there is where we put the baffle. At the moment, there is no baffle, so we're going to treat you to the symphony of sound that is the Keyway with an open exhaust.
Oh.
And that's about as much fuel as is in the thing. You can see there's no tank on it, so we just filled up the bowl and the carby so you could hear that. But Pablo has not been enjoying that noise. So
my ears are still ringing after the last ride.
So what we have is a factory Keyway exhaust to replace that one. It's off of my old... it's the exhaust off my Keyway, the old original one. So that's going to involve taking this funny old bracket off that's here, taking the exhaust off the bike, fitting the frame to the rear of the bike on this side only, because it does have two metal brackets that are holding the rear foot pegs. That's also the mount for the exhaust. And we'll put the standard one on for now. Like I said, we do have a very nice fancy exhaust to put on, but for now we'll put the standard one on. So we'll get into it. Alright guys, so after a bit of fiddling around, we've got this open pipe off. Now you can see that it's derived from the original Keyway pipe. The one that's at the lower point of the screen there is off Keone, completely standard exhaust. That is the one that did the Keyway trip with me. And I don't think you're going to be able to see, but there is just an open exhaust in there. There's nothing going on. This one does have a baffle. So for the standard exhaust to fit, we need to put this bracket back on the bike. So basically this bolt here, and I believe this one up here, triangulate this guy, and there would normally be a passenger foot peg there, and that's where the exhaust mounts. So Next we need to get that bolt out of the bike so that we can put the frame on, put the exhaust on the bike, and we are getting closer to being done.
Yes.
We're getting excited.
I'm starting to see the light at the other side of the tunnel.
Alright, let's keep going. Alright guys, so that's got the exhaust done. So as we mentioned earlier, we've got the little frame on there and we've got the stock exhaust. So should theoretically sound a bit more
decent.
Decent,
like
yeah.
A normal proper citizen. See if it will do anything.
Just enough fuel.
Whoa.
So can't rev it at the moment guys because there's no fuel tank, but a lot quieter. And the bike's got a bit more back pressure so it's not burning out the exhaust valve.
Yeah.
Happy?
Very happy. My will pull a little bit hard now that it's going to have the required amount of back pressure.
You go a little better, yeah. But guys, we've been knocking this list off really well, and we've essentially got just the tank and the plastics to put back on. So we've got a wet sand to do on those, so we'll do that, give them a clean up, fix them on the bike, and you'll see the thing done.
Put together, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well guys, that is that. We have a little bit of wind at the moment, so we do apologise for the wind noise, but the LGNB is essentially finished.
Officially ready.
Officially ready. So that all went very well. There wasn't anything that really floored us, but I wasn't expecting it. We've mucked around with these bikes plenty now. New headlight went on really well. The exhaust has quietened it up and made it a decent, reasonable bike again. The back pressure's back, so it's not burning out the exhaust valve. And adding those stickers made a world of difference. The bike's got a real presence and aggression. Pablo, what are you thinking, man? How do you feel?
Yeah, I think it looks really cool. The stickers added some other 50 horsepower and other 50,000 Newton meters of torque. But I think it brings out the character and the shape of the bike, because it was really cool only in green as it was, but I think the stickers give them a little bit more sharpness and especially more definition. I think so.
Definitely agree. Adds a bit of depth to the bike and takes it from a single pallet to a few.
Yeah.
Well, we're sounding way too artistic, so I think what we need to do next is get the gear on and take these things for a ride. Alright. It's looking resplendent in its new stickers.
Nice. Got the fresh paint.
It's also in first gear. Got to take a photo.
You wanna swap for a bit?
Yeah, if you like.
Yeah. Have a little swap to see.
Alright, we'll give the LGNB a little squirt.
Yeah.
There we go. Contact. Alright. After you, sir. Well, brakes work. It's the same bike, man, but yours feels so low compared to mine.
Yeah, this one feels more like a dirt bike.
Yeah, yep, that was the goal I was going for with this thing.
Yeah.
But that accelerates quite nicely, man. That's
It has a good poke.
yeah, definitely. And she's looking good the way it's sitting too.
How do you like the rear shocks, the rear suspension?
Yeah, the suspension's really nice on yours. It's I think we'll give it a bit of a retouch up at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe when we do your exhaust. But let's get some chips, man. I'm hungry.
I think so. Let's do it.
All right. False neutral then.
got our fish and chips, and we found a lovely little spot by the beach. Unfortunately, there is a lot of wind, so I do apologise if you can barely hear what I'm saying now. But it's been a good day, guys. We've got